Gamers. This is Lamestrodamus and
Rowdy 5000
for the Lamer Gamers podcast. In today's episode, we're going to talk about...
I got this.
Oh, okay.
All
Rowdy's got this.
Basically, Far Cry 6 and Forza Horizon are amazing. Everyone hates Activision Blizzard, and that's it. All right, guys. That was a good one.
Don't you start that music, Rowdy. Turn off the music. Rowdy! Okay, sorry, guys. Okay, Rowdy, we can't do that. We have to sit here and talk and stuff. The people want to hear the lamer gamers, and dang it, Rowdy, they're going to hear some lame gamers.
Whatever. I was just trying to finish so we can go back to playing It Takes Two.
Oh, yeah, good point. Maybe we should end the show. No. Okay. Gotta stop myself. As I was saying, today, instead of going to play It Takes Two, which is a fantastic game, we're going to talk about the news we failed to cover from the last month, such as stuff. Like, there hasn't been a lot of news, has there?
No.
Okay, Square Enix is apparently blaming Crystal Dynamics. Who knew that was going to happen? Cyberpunk is delayed again. Oh, wait, this is the same news. Nope, that's the same. That's the new news. That's the new news and the old news. And I'm sure it will be the news of the future.
Probably so.
The amorphous blob monster Microsoft has officially consumed all of the Elder Scrolls. I'm not sure if they've gotten the Dragon Balls, though.
Nah, that's Namco Bandai.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. Although Sony bought Crunchyroll. So
Runchy Kroll.
And whatever else we didn't plan, but will just happen in this podcast. Then it'll be followed by our Lamer of the Month, and you'll have to figure out what gaming company with an impeccable history of re-releasing games over and over and over again will it be.
Who knows?
Ooh.
Then we're going to end the show talking about games that we played lately, like Far Cry 6, Animal Crossing yet again, Metroid Dread, Forza Horizon 5, and It Takes Two.
Also, we're going to reach out to the great Lamestrodamus and ask him if Nintendo will release another Smash Brothers. So if you want to know the future, stay tuned to the only podcast with an on-call prophet. All this and more on the Lamer Gamers podcast.
Cue the music.
No, just start it.
Yeah, you don't need claps.
Start the podcast.
No claps.
No claps.
We're actually in the same room. We don't have to clap now.
Forget about this. There's no internets. All right, well, guys. So, hey, there's some news. Nintendo news. Yeah. Okay, so that's it with the Nintendo news.
Yep,
Next up. No, it's that bad. But anyway, so we're going to start up with one that I found interesting was Square Enix is laying blame on Crystal Dynamics, saying that they were a bad choice for the Avengers game. But I think it might also be Squeenix. But let's go through what they said. Maybe you can enlighten me, because you actually purchased the Avengers.
I mean, don't you put that evil on me.
You fool! I mean, sorry.
No, I did.
The Hobbit recently.
And it's a bad game. It's not good.
It's enjoyable for a little while.
It's all bad, all sad. I tried to think of a all killer, no filler, but it's
so I got it on Game Pass. Because I can, and I wasn't going to pay for it, and it's okay. It's a great Game Pass game, I think. Yeah. It's okay if you have people that you're playing with, but the UI for multiplayer is so confusing, and then they're just throwing, like, why does Hulk need 4,000 pieces of armor? Like, how many Hulk skeletons can you have?
And your armor doesn't do anything visible on your character.
No.
Like it does in a game like Destiny or something like that. You have to buy those costumes separately.
Okay, I know we've just started the show, but I'm going to segue. I hate when video games give me new armor and I don't get to see the stupid armor. Like, I've been playing Tales of Arise, and we've gone off the rails already. It's already started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I've been playing Tales of Arise. I got back to it this week because I need to finish the game, but I can't play it with my wife in the room because she doesn't like hearing the verbal vomit of all the characters.
Yeah,
is that a good way to say it?
Both of our wives really hate Japanese RPGs, and they're very repetitive dialogue.
But as I was saying, they give you new armor, and they're like, "This is the special knight's armor that was deemed from upon high," and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, that's Xenoblade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they don't show you the armor difference. Instead, you can go and change your character's attire to a different shade color of another piece of armor. And I don't know, like if you're going to give me new armor in the game, instead of just the spec bump, I want to at least see it look better. Now, the swords do look different. That's cool. But the armor...
No swords in Avengers.
Anyway, yeah, exactly. And so it drives me crazy. You get new stuff, but there's no visual difference. I want to look like I just ran through some sort of medieval, like, thrift store and just grabbed whatever off the shelf. And I want to look all messed up unless I have a set of armor. Right?
Ye old Goodwill.
Ye old Goodwill. And I just want to look like I'm walking out of there with two different types of shoes and a helmet that doesn't fit. You know, because I picked it up and dang it, I'm using it off the ground from a dead body.
But I mean, you can make the Hulk look like a gangster. Like,
can you? But do you have to
30s,
buy
40s gangster with like a pinstripe suit? And
do you have to buy
hat.
Gangster Hulk?
I mean, you could earn it, but
it's probably
easier to buy.
And that's the problem with this game. Is that even exists in a game where I'm playing as the Hulk? Okay, so I'm just going to start reading some quotes. Marvel's Avengers was an ambitious title. This is from a dude named Matsuda. I'm sure there's somebody that's a huge Matsuda fan. That is the dude that runs Square Enix. Sorry, got the wrong company. Anyway, he says, Marvel's Avenger was an ambitious title for us in that we took on the GAS model. Games as a Service is what that stands for. Also, how they slowly kill you with gas from playing these stupid games. Anyway, we overcame a variety of unexpected difficulties in the final phase of the game's development. No, that thing was ruined from the beginning. Anyway, including needing to transition to work from home due to the pandemic. They are blaming this on everything.
Did that game... Wait a minute. Most of that game was done before the pandemic.
This was a train wreck from the beginning. Anyway, we were able to surmount these challenges and release the game, but it has unfortunately not proven as successful as we would have liked. Nonetheless, taking on the GAS model highlighted issues that we are likely to face in future game development efforts. Yeah, because nobody wants to do buy those games. Such as the need to select game designs that mesh with the unique attributes and tastes of our studios and development teams. So, hold on. This dude is complaining that Crystal Dynamics, and he does this somewhere, I can't find the quote exactly where, but everybody's like blaming them for it. So he's saying that they're at fault for doing a pay model, but it sounds like Squeenix has pushed the pay model? Is that what I get from that statement?
I mean, that's what I figured when the game first started, because like I can remember them talking about the storyline and how amazing everything was going to be, and then the next thing you know, that was one game show. I don't want to say E3 or Gamescom or who knows, because there's like a PAX on each coast, and there's a ton of different game shows, but there's like one game show they were like, oh, well, this is what it's going to be, blah blah blah, and then like I don't know, 6-9 months later at another game show, they were like, oh yeah, it's going to be pay as a service along the lines of Destiny. And I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
I got to say, when you're playing single player, it's a very pretty game. It looks cinematic. But your Rowdy's giving me like a, does it? I think it looks pretty good, right?
Plays like poop.
Yeah, it plays like garbage. And honestly, the story is not that good. But, you know, it does feel like you're watching a lower grade Marvel movie at times. So I don't know. I guess I'll kind of give that aspect to it, but let's continue. While the new challenge that we tackled with this title produced a disappointing outcome, we're certain that the gas approach will grow in importance as gaming becomes more service-oriented. And they're doing that more with games now, right? They're trying to take Final Fantasy and chop it up into parts and squish out all the gushiness from it that make people drink it, I guess. What are the... I know there's some sort of games they're putting on mobile. We were talking about it.
Yeah, I want to...
It's like a battle royale game.
Yeah, I remember something about that. And it was based off of Final Fantasy VII. But yeah, they've got a bunch of other Final Fantasy like cell phone games. Like one of the characters you could play as Ariana Grande.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Because that's what I want to do.
Because I mean, she has like Final Fantasy hair. Like anime, like I'm sure you can make anime hair out of it, but yeah, like
okay,
yeah. I mean, Avengers would have been better if they would have just made it a 16-bit RPG.
Actually, I'd be totally cool with like the top-down, like the old X-Men arcade cabinet game.
No, I was thinking more along the lines of like Chrono Trigger and like the old Final Fantasies on the Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Time-based. Anyway, they continue. Crystal has always been a company that's made great games in the action-adventure space. In that sense, I thought it would be a good fit in terms of making a game with Marvel using the Avengers, which would naturally be an action-based game. And the thing is, the action kind of works, but the multiplayer is garbage.
I mean, the single player is garbage.
I still think it's okay.
Have you played the single player?
I have.
Have you played it all the way through?
No.
Oh, it's a slog.
I got distracted.
Yeah. It's garbage. It's like, you remember that scene in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, when they're in the trash compactor and
I do know that. I was about to say, man, you don't remember how much Star Wars I don't watch.
That's the Avengers. The Avengers is that monster that drags Luke Skywalker under the garbage water.
Lovely.
That's the Avengers.
I mean,
game.
your by the way, I just want to say your review scores have improved significantly. That was far more eloquent than what I was expecting with your dog poo scores.
Oh, I mean, it's definitely that, but I mean, I figured I would give like how bad this game is. I figured I would give more visuals to it.
Yeah.
The monster that yanks Luke Skywalker under the water is what Avengers is. And then when Han Solo shoots the monster, and then the trash compactor starts squeezing in on them, that's when when it's trying to get you to buy costumes.
Maybe I just enjoy it because I can just go around, pick people up with a Hulk and go, oh, you may kiss, smash, and that's it. That's what I do in this game. That's 90% of what I've done in that game.
I hate playing as the flying characters because, believe it or not, Iron Man and Thor both fly, different mechanics.
I mean, that kind of makes sense, though. I mean, you're being pulled by Mjolnir versus being jet propelled.
Yeah, but yeah. Shut your face.
All right, let's talk about... Let's move on to some more depressing news.
How dare you make sense?
Permanent lame news segment. Cyberpunk has news. Guess what it is, Rowdy?
Is it getting delayed again?
Oh, wow. Rowdy can tell the future. Maybe we don't even have to call Lamestrodamus in a minute. All right. So they've announced that there are updates coming soon. Now, they don't tell you really what's in the updates. They just tell you it's update 1.5. And like that means anything. But they're saying the next-gen patch is coming soon. They said this year we will no longer be releasing any updates to the game because, they had told everybody that they'd get a Christmas present and you'd get to play the next-gen.
A lump of coal?
Yes.
A lump of cyber coal.
Ooh, cyber coal. I bet that's really bad for you. They said, we're working intensively on the version for the latest generation of consoles, which will be released in the first quarter of 2022, along with a major update, patch 1.5. The decision to postpone the next-gen version of Cyberpunk was a difficult one. But we're convinced that it was also the right one, especially as it was clearly recommended by our development team. Oh, they're now listening to their development team.
No, it wasn't recommended by the development team. The development team was like, we're not done.
But yeah, but that's exactly what happened with the game originally. And we all know what happened.
Oh, man.
We need additional time to refine the game's visuals and performance so that quality is as high as possible throughout the game. So, all right. So, when there's something to look forward to, I kind of want to start reaching back out to the lamest psychic prophet extraordinaire that we know. Because I have questions, Rowdy. So let me call out to Lamestrodamus. Oh, great Lamestrodamus, we bring you gifts of mildly dusty leftover turkey and a functional but never actually used Animal Crossing Wii microphone we picked up from a Walmart clearance aisle. Lamestrodamus, will Cyberpunk Next Gen Update be out by my birthday in January? Will they bless me with this gift? Yep, well, we got our answer.
Okay,
that's about what I figured out. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, we have a psychic prophet extraordinaire telling us this, so I guess we're good. All right. Next up, let's talk about the Lamer. We're trying something new. The Lamer Gamer Gaming Subscription Battle. This is ridiculous, actually. But I choose Game Pass.
Insert battle music. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I choose PlayStation Plus / PlayStation Now.
I choose you, Nintendo. What is Nintendo doing with subscriptions, though? Wait, Rowdy, you know more about this than I do. What is Nintendo doing right now?
Let me pull out my handy dandy guide here so that I don't flub this.
Oh, flub the heck out of it.
So you have the Nintendo Online service, which originally was just NES and Super NES games.
And they released garbage on a monthly basis?
Oh, it was
It hasn't been much good.
An irregular basis. Let's just put it that way.
Irregularity is never a good thing.
No.
There's pills for that.
Oh, Activia.
No, we're not paid by Activia. We can't do that.
Activia, proud sponsor of the Lamer Gamer.
Yes.
We're old.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was irregular updates because they released like all of the good first party games like right off the bat. I mean, you could play Mario's 1, 2, 3. You could play Super Mario World. You could play Star Fox, a lot of the Legend of Zeldas, your first party good games. And then, what companies are still around that allowed I guess the licensing of the games to the service, because that's always a gray area. I could talk about that forever. But so that's why you're just not getting any games on the NES or the SNES online. So they recently decided to do the Nintendo Switch Online Expansion Pass.
Because that's always awesome. Do they get a little red, like, rectangular prism thing you plug into a Nintendo 64?
I wish.
That'd be cool.
I wish.
I don't know where you'd plug it in the Switch, though. Just duct tape it on the side. It's already a couple Wii's duct taped together.
I mean, that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just a bunch of add-ons, kind of like the old Game Boys, like when you would put it in the magnifier, and then the thing that had the big buttons, and then the lights, and the next thing you know, you've got a Zord.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of a little Game Boy that you could take with you, I mean, it's a home console that you have to sit on your desk.
Yes, and then you fight with the Power Rangers.
Yeah, those were the Zords.
Yeah.
Or a giant mecha.
Who
to
was
fight
the lady
kaijus.
with the hat?
Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, you fight Rita Repulsa. You just throw your Game Boy at her.
But so in the Nintendo Switch Online Pass, the only thing that I have used with it so far is the Animal Crossing Happy Home Paradise Expansion Pass. But what is cool about that is that everybody on your plan gets the DLC.
Hey.
So me, my wife, and my dad all have downloaded it because we're all on the same family plan.
So let me ask you a question. If you get rid of said plan, does the DLC go away?
I have no idea because I've put hours into it. And
Okay, so this is what I need to know, Rowdy. I mean, we do know there are Nintendo 64 games or Genesis games. I think we talked about them last episode. But the DLC stuff was new, right? So what is this DLC for Animal Crossing, and do I need to go over there and start charging my Switch again to play this?
I don't think you would like it.
All right, I'm done.
I think Robin might.
Oh, okay.
Robin, did you like in Animal Crossing? Did you like basically designing your house?
Yeah, a little bit.
You basically design other people's houses, like just nonstop. You pick a character, they're like, "Hey, I want it to look like a forest," and then boom, you start putting log furniture in there. Or they're like, "Hey, I want it to look like an indoor swimming resort." Boom, swimming pools, bath towels, things like that.
Isn't this just the mobile game?
No. So there was a spin-off game
Okay.
for the 3DS called Happy Home Designer.
Ah, okay.
And it was its own separate game that was just this. So this is kind of all added into one. Instead of being a separate game, you actually get there via the Dodo Airlines, and you fly to the archipelago. Where all these characters want to build their vacation homes. So you find the characters on the beach. It's creepy because as long as you're holding your clipboard, you can look into their eyes and see their thoughts.
Oh, snap.
It actually explains it that way, by the way. I'm not making that up.
This is some sort of magic clipboard.
So like you're walking around on the beach and like you see the character and the next thing you know, they've got like a thought bubble above their head. So that way you don't just like talk to some random person and be like, I don't know how to build this house.
I mean, at least they're not like thinking about your mom or something, I guess.
Oh,
God, I shouldn't have done that joke. Anyway.
But
But
the cool part about this is that everything you take from this, one downside, it introduces a new currency
oh, no.
that can only be spent.
Wait, there's now Animal Crossing crypto?
So there's bells and pokey.
Pokey.
Pokey is the new currency that can only be spent here.
Is it pokey like Pokemon? Is it poke like Pokeballs? Which are
it's
not
actually
made out of Pokemon, by the way. If you ever go to a Pokeball place, it's not made out of Pokemon. I was severely disappointed.
They looked at me really weird when I said I wanted the spicy Charmander.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, it's spelled Poki.
Oh.
And it's only spent to buy like furniture that's sold on that island.
Okay.
But so you get new new styles of building. Like you can make like accent walls on the back wall. So like 3 of the walls would be the same wallpaper, and then you can change the back one to an accent wall. Or you can add in dividing walls that you draw in yourself. So you could turn one room into like multiple sections. You could shine stuff. That's kind of dumb.
Shine, like make it shiny.
Yeah, like you polish it. That was kind of dumb. But yeah, I mean, you could change like you could change the lighting in it. You can add like sound effects to the room, like
But what can I bring back to Lake Texas?
I mean, probably nothing for you.
I'm lame.
But yeah, so I mean, that's basically the only thing I've done with the
Okay.
expansion pass. But you also can unlock Sega Genesis games, which is
Inside Animal Crossing?
No, my bad.
Oh, you mean on the
expansion pass.
Oh yeah. I see. So I have a list of the Sega Genesis games. There's some cool ones on there.
They're decent, but it's pretty much all the ones that you can get in like Sega packs.
Yeah, like I mean, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, man. That's all you need.
That one's cool. Like you got that one, the Castlevania Bloodlines and the Contra Hardcore. Mm-hmm. Those are both amazing games, but you can get those in the Castlevania or Contra packs that you could download on, or that you could buy on the Switch. And of course, like Sonic games. Actually, only Sonic 2. That's weird. I mean, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. But
Sonic 1 sucked. Sonic 2, you could be Tails.
Golden Axe.
Hey, Golden Axe is awesome.
I mean, they say they're going to release more, and you could actually get like wireless Sega controllers to go with it.
Now,
what's up?
I noticed something about those Sega controllers, though. In the U.S., they're 3-button. In Japan, they're 6-button.
Yep.
I feel ripped off.
Well, because there's no 6-button games on there.
Oh, none of them are?
I could honestly, the only game I ever remember playing on Sega Genesis that was 6-button was Mortal Kombat.
I mean, I had a 6-button Sega controller back in the day.
But did you just use it for turbo?
I barely played the Sega. I played more TurboGrafx 16 than I played Sega.
Oh,
I know, man. But those I like that they were like little credit card looking things.
It was weird.
You play Bonk's Adventure and hit things with your head. Yeah, bring back TurboGrafx 16.
But then the kicker that everybody wanted to play these games was the Nintendo 64 ones. Now, everybody knows that the Nintendo 64 controller was not the most ergonomic controller.
No.
And to play a lot of these games, you need said controller. You can't get them right now. They're sold out on Nintendo.com.
Sure.
They allowed 4 per console. And seeing as Smash Bros. Was one of the games, they got bought up.
Yeah.
So that people could play Smash Bros.
I've heard some problems though with these games, like there's some lag. Or have you had good luck playing these? Like, are they decent emulations?
I haven't even played them because of everything bad I heard about it. So one thing you have to consider.
Why waste my time?
One thing you have to consider is there are 6 face buttons on a Nintendo 64 controller, but only 4 face buttons on a Switch controller. So they have to be remapped. So you have to pick whether you want all the C buttons as your face buttons, or if you want A, B, C left, and C down as your face buttons, and then C up.
Didn't think about that.
And C right would have to be mapped elsewhere.
A lot of those games, I mean, the C button can be the stick because it was just camera controls for a lot.
I don't know if you can change it to the stick like that. I mean, I'm sure you can because that's what they've done a lot for emulating those kind of games. And
we also have new shoulder and trigger buttons.
Well, herein lies a problem because some of these games are multiplayer. Some of these games are online multiplayer now, and they don't run well.
I didn't realize they were online multiplayer. That actually makes it sound more fun, but they don't run.
I know at least Mario Kart 64 is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about some of the other ones, but yeah, you can find videos of people starting up Mario Kart 64, and it just sounds like the devil is talking to them because everything's slowed down.
I mean, Mario Tennis might be fun multiplayer. Mario Tennis was good back in the day.
The first game starring Waluigi.
Yeah, that is true. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. How much is it per year? It's like $60 a year.
I want to say it's $50 for just one person.
70
for a family plan.
Ew.
Yeah.
So unless you're really like into Animal Crossing or playing all these games with your family, it's probably just better to stick with
what you got right now,
which is way cheaper.
Yeah. It's $20 a year.
Lame. All right. Well, I'm going to put that one back in the Pokeball. I don't think it's going to last against the other two this month. So next up, out of the imaginary Pokeball that is circular and has a big X on it, is the Game Pass.
You know what? Nope. I'm going to butt in.
Oh, Rowdy's butting in.
I'm just going to get the PlayStation stuff out of the way because it's short. Like, I don't ever pay attention to PlayStation Now and what comes out on there. And every month, the first Tuesday of every month, I get on PlayStation Plus. I click to get the games. Don't always download them. Don't always play them. But, yeah. So this month.
What's on there this month?
You got First Class Trouble, which is basically a third-person action Among Us.
Okay.
It's pretty fun to watch. I've never played it, but like YouTube videos and Twitch streams of it are really awesome. Mm-hmm. You get Knockout City,
already on Game Pass.
A plus. But
Knockout City's good stuff. Have you played it much?
I have not.
I mean, it reminds me of a lot of the good aspects of Splatoon, like that kind of small group online play.
Gotcha.
Not, of course, inking everything. That'd be weird in Dodgeball if like somebody just sprays ink on you. But it's good. It's got some good back and forth to it.
It's those foam dodgeballs that could absorb like water and liquids and stuff.
Yeah, and the art style is this real fun mixture between like 50s aesthetics, punk rock, and cyberpunk stuff. It's a weird mixture. I really enjoy it.
And then the last game, there were also like some VR titles. I forget what they were. Did you write them down?
The Persistence. It's on our notes underneath the.
Oh, okay, there we
stuff.
are. The Persistence. Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, and Until You Fall. I don't have PSVR.
Until You Fall sounds scary as a VR game because I've punched people playing VR games.
Dude, there's
I've fallen over.
There's a VR game where you like walk out onto a plank. Like you walk into an elevator, it goes way up in the air, and then you walk out onto a plank, and if you look down, like you're looking down at the street like 30 stories down.
Oh snap!
And they actually give you in real life the dimensions of the size of the plank if you want to go and like cut some wood up and make an actual plank. I wouldn't suggest that. But yeah, so but the last one that you can get for regular PlayStation Plus is Kingdoms of Amalur: Re-Reckoning. And I could talk forever about Kingdoms of Amalur and how good I thought it was and the drama behind it. This game at one point was owned by the state of Rhode Island.
I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah.
What? So it was because Rhode Island gave tax money to help get it developed, right? Like it was a grant situation.
So the company took money from the baseball pitcher Curt Schilling and the state of Rhode Island. And yeah, it did not recoup, which...
Yeah, at the time it just did not launch well.
I mean, the art was done by
Todd McFarlane.
And then the story was written by R.A. Salvatore, who does so many different fantasy novels. I mean, and it's a good game. It's really fun.
Yeah, I've actually played a good portion of it before, and I did play the Re-Reckoning. I was hoping it was a little more redone than what it was, because all the cover art and stuff that they're using for the ads looks way better than it looks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see that though come out with a sequel. I hope like they made enough profits to bring it back.
I doubt it. But I mean, and as far as PlayStation Now, like I don't know what came out on that, man. I just use it to play old like PS3 games. That's the only reason I have it.
All right. Well, we're gonna let our poor little PS Plus and Now monsters. Oh, it's two of them. Are now going to go against the Goliath of Game Pass. So Game Pass this month. Let's see. They had a game called Unpacking, which I don't... So Unpacking is a puzzle game that you are unpacking somebody's life and you learn about the story. Apparently got really good reviews. Some sort of indie game.
It's published by Humble Bundle.
Yeah. And there's a lot of Humble games nowadays on Game Pass.
Dude, you need to play the dodgeball one that's on there.
I know. You told me I need to play that. Now, next one, It Takes Two hit Game Pass, which honestly, that's the month. That's all you needed for the month.
Dude, it's so awesome.
So it's one of those games, which we'll talk more about in a bit. Be wary about giving this to a spouse who is not good with games. We'll talk more about that in a minute. We might have to bring in said spouses to jump in give us their thoughts on the game later. Anyway, next one, Kill It With Fire, which is a simulation-based game that it's taking my lifestyle into account because it's all about killing spiders with fire and everything you can use.
Have you played it?
Yes, it's garbage, but I love it.
Dude, you catch everything on fire with like the hairspray can, the lighter. Dude, it gets away from you fast.
Oh, I know. Those spiders are everywhere. And that's how you should get rid of spiders. Yes. Let's see. Football manager games. Meh. Forza Horizon 5. Another game that is ridiculously good for this month. We'll talk more about that one in a minute. Dicey Dungeons. I haven't tried that one yet, but it looks fun. It's a dungeon crawler, but you're playing as anthropomorphic dice.
I was literally just about to make a joke and be like, "Oh, you play as Dice?
Yeah, you
Hey,
play
you
as
do.
Dice.
Not that funny now."
Yeah, sorry, Robbie. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the definitive edition.
The best of the old Grand Theft Auto games.
We'll be talking more about those in a minute. One Step from Eden, which I haven't played yet. It's supposed to be okay. Halo Infinite had a surprise launch of their multiplayer. They actually didn't even tell people they were going to launch the date, and they're just like, "Hey, here,
hang on. Is actual Halo Infinite?
Halo
out?
Infinite multiplayer is out. The campaign comes out December 8th,
okay,
in 2 weeks. But yeah, they just kind of surprise launched it, and which is kind of smart because Battlefield 2042 came out, and Call of Duty Vanguard came out, and both of those have been
disastrous launches.
Bad. I do know some people that are playing Battlefield. I played the demo. Mm-hmm. It's fun, but it is riddled with glitches.
When it comes to Call of Duty, I know that Vanguard just came out, but everybody just keeps saying, just keep playing Warzone. Don't get Vanguard.
That's pretty much what they're saying about Battlefield too.
Nice
old games. Like I said, it's fun, but it feels like, you know how League of Legends feels like they stole a bunch of characters and ideas from lots of different places?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like a mixture of other games that they're like, oh, that's a cool idea. Let's take it and make it into something else. And it's, I don't know, it's like putting just random ingredients into a bread mixture and expecting it to be normal when it comes out. And it comes out as...
It's a futuristic multiplayer turd?
Yeah. So... like I said, it's fun, but I wouldn't pay $70 for it.
No.
I have people that are trying to get me to buy that game, and I'm just like, play the free game, play some Halo Infinite. Come on, guys, I don't want to pay for it.
Once you get hooked into Battlefield,
you
love
don't
it,
stop,
and you're playing it, and then everybody starts playing on the new maps that cost money, and then you have to put the money in to play on the new maps, and it's only online multiplayer.
Yeah.
There's no
yeah, that would be the thing. If there was a single player mode, I'd probably be more okay with it. But whenever it's online only, and I play with a group of people that'll be worth the money eventually. But it's hard sell right now. Whenever I keep hearing, "Oh, it's garbage."
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people who are die-hard Battlefield fans. They're just like, nope, garbage right now. Stay away from it.
They need to put it on Game Pass. I'm kind of hoping it happens, right? Because they do weird stuff like that. Let's see. Next Space Rebels. Don't know what that is. XO1. Faye Tactics. Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is already there, but they have a Game of the Year edition. I like me some Microsoft Flight Simulator. I don't know if you've played it yet.
No.
It is so pretty.
Because my Xbox Series X comes in a few days.
Oh, yeah. That's brand new news. Rowdy's going to be joining me in the Xbox.
Dude, I finally got one. You know what? I actually need to do a side quest on, captain's logs of
yes.
me trying to get it.
We forgot about that. We do. We need your captain's logs. Your log book and journaling of the time you were trying to get an Xbox.
Y'all have no idea.
Maybe that should be next episode.
When I got my PS5, it was easy. I logged into Amazon and got it the day that they went on pre-sale. And then the Xbox, when I finally decided, it's time to get it. Halo's about to come out. There's a lot of stuff on Game Pass. I couldn't get it.
Yeah,
I tried.
Poor
all
Rowdy.
The places.
I've gotten lots of cuss words sent to me in text messages whenever Rowdy couldn't get an Xbox.
And then Microsoft just sent me an email. It's like, hey, we has Xboxes. You want one? I was like, I can has Xbox Series X?
Yes.
And they're like, you can has for $600. Oh, yeah.
I actually am getting those emails too.
I had to buy a game and a controller with it to make it a bundle.
Yeah.
So that it wasn't bot stuff. But I was thinking about I could probably refund the game because I got Grand Theft Auto 5, but I'm probably not going to play it. I mean,
no.
I beat that game on PlayStation 3. Think about that one.
Oh, man. 400 years ago.
Yes. In the before times.
In the before times. Yeah. They're going to release a definitive edition of that before they release 6. So many of these companies have just lost themselves over the years, though. They've been under the pursuit for games as a service, and just trying to make as much profit as they can off of nothing.
I would like to see how much money Grand Theft Auto 5 has made compared to like Star Wars and
you know
other
it's
big
massive.
nerd culture franchises.
Yeah. Anyway, we just went way woo.
I got an Xbox Series X. It's coming in the mail. Yay!
Next up, My Friend Pedro, which is fun.
That's a really good game.
Yeah. Undungeon. I started playing it. It's an action RPG game. Nah. It's okay. There's so many other games I can play right now. Before we leave, don't know. This one has a lovely name, Deer Simulator. There's a lot of E's.
Dude.
Yeah.
Have you seen this game?
I have not. I downloaded it because it's like a gigabyte.
It's weird.
Okay,
It looks really weird.
Maybe we got to play that in a little bit.
Deer Simulator.
Mortal Shell, which is a Dark Souls-born game. Yeah,
thumbs down.
I was watching Caleb play, and it looks okay. Actually, it looks, to me, the story seems more interesting than Dark Souls, but it looks like I'd never play it.
You know what I think about Dark Souls? Two thumbs down. You know what I think about Bloodborne? Two thumbs down.
Wow, Rowdy, you have some diverse thought processes on these games. Two of them.
You know what I think about Sekiro? Four thumbs down.
I threw in a toe.
I don't even have that many thumbs.
Oh, man. Okay.
Dark Souls 2 and 3.
This is Rowdy the rest of the podcast, guys. You can just turn this stuff off and come back in about 5 minutes.
Demon Souls. Demon Souls remake.
We
all right,
fired
that's
him
it.
up. Okay. All right. All right. Evil Genius 2 World Domination. Looks interesting, and Mind Scanners, which apparently is some wacky indie game. So yeah, I'm pretty sure about halfway through that list, the Goliath had stomped down PS Now and PlayStation Plus into the ground, and they cried a little before they went back in the ball.
Yo, for real. Look, the only way that I could justify anybody getting PlayStation Now is if you just really, really liked the PlayStation 3. There are a lot of PlayStation 3 games on there, and a lot of like games that were only available on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
And if you're just into that nostalgia and some of the multiplayer games that were on PS3, I mean, it's a must buy. But like for new games, no, man, there's nothing new on there. I think I played Fallout New Vegas on there for like 10 minutes.
And I'm not even going to go into the games. I don't know if this really works in there because it's not really part of the subscription. But Xbox has also added 70 new backwards compatible games.
More like backwards compatible.
Which are all auto HDR. Oh, and Skyrim's not even on this list. They added updates to Skyrim for 4K and all that other stuff. Because Skyrim's on Game Pass. Mm-hmm. But now they added the 4K 60 above frames
10-year
per second.
anniversary edition.
Yeah. And you get the graphics updates and everything. But you don't get all the content unless you pay. Like it's even that way on the PlayStation though, if you own it, right?
Yeah,
but you pay less. But it's all it's all stuff you can go download anyway.
Yeah,
on their mods. Can you get mods on the PlayStation?
Probably not.
Because I know you can on the Xbox. I've done some damage to mods, and I might have accidentally made something explosive at one point with my Xbox.
I think I've ruined a computer because of mod.
Yeah, it'll do it. Speaking of Skyrim, by the way, PlayStation Now, boom, dead. Fight goes to...
Oh, definitely Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass.
For sure.
All right. We'll come back next month and we'll have another fight. It's going to be really sad until they get their stuff together. Okay, next up, going into more gaming news. Elder Scrolls is now exclusive to the Xbox.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh, wow. Really? Spencer... Phil Spencer, says it's not about punishing other platforms. I feel like he needs to be intense while doing this.
Well, yeah, man. Actually, it needs to be like more hip.
More hip.
And
Oh, you do it.
Instead of being like the Spencer, he could be like Philly Spence.
Hey, I'm Philly Spence. It's not about punishing other platforms. No, I'm not going to do that anymore. It's not about punishing any other platforms. Like I fundamentally believe all the platforms can continue to grow, Spencer told GQ. But in order to be on Xbox, I want us to be able to bring the full, complete package of what we have. And that would be true when I think about Elder Scrolls 6. That would be true when I think about any of our franchises. So he's basically saying, screw you guys. I'm taking my bajillion-dollar ball and going home.
To me, the weirdest part of this article is the fact that it's an interview in GQ.
Yeah, who reads magazines in GQ anymore?
I mean, it's all like, I'm sure it's all like online and like
I'm sure it was
BuzzFeed type articles, but like,
yeah, does BuzzFeed count as like
GQ?
a news publication? Anyway, I have questions that I don't need to get into in this podcast.
oh, but yeah, nobody saw that coming. It's been $80 bajillion.
Yeah. All right. So before we get to the lamer of the week, I need to skip over this one. We have one last question, or no? Let's do it. Let's ask a question. I think it's time to ask Lamestrodamus something.
Okay.
But before we get there, see, the question is, will we ever see another Smash Brothers? And there was speaking of magazines that, I mean, I guess people in Japan are reading it. I hit buttons on my computer and everything went away. I've angered the gods. So there was an interview with Masahiro Sakurai.
You said it right.
I did?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. That asking about Smash Brothers. And these are some random quotes picked from this interview. I am not thinking of a sequel. I am not thinking of it every time. This is very weird, talking about Smash Brothers. However, I can't say with certainty that this would be the end of Smash. Sounds like he's Hulk. No end Smash!
Nice.
Yes. I need to think whether I must release a Smash game or not, even if I have to do something that would disappoint users. So it sounds like he wants to go way off the deep end and make Smash Pikmin? I don't know. I currently don't see a path where Smash can be produced without myself. What were they asking this guy? These are just like quotes, but like, dude, they really want to know about Smash.
Well, he is Smash.
I mean,
man.
yeah,
like...
he is Smash. Smash! Honestly, we did actually try leaving it to somebody else, but it didn't go well. Wonder who they tried to give this to.
Could you imagine being that guy?
Right? Bob screwed it up again.
Dude, if he ever does an interview, I bet it's like one of those criminal informant interviews where it's like all black and he has a voice modulator on. Yeah, they left me in charge of Smash Brothers. It didn't go well.
So if the series were to continue, I have to talk with Nintendo and have a debate on whether it will succeed or not. I must think about this topic seriously. So what do you think before we climb the mountain again and go visit Lamestrodamus? Like, you think it's going to come back? What form will it be in?
Okay, so here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
Don't shoot me, but I bet they make a Smash Bros. Cell phone game.
Rowdy.
Because here's the deal.
Rowdy.
You
can't do that.
You can't make another Smash Brothers game. Smash Brothers Ultimate is just the ultimate. Like,
you know, I was having a good time. Then you just put me into a pit of despair because it didn't even cross my mind that there could be a Smash Brothers cell phone game.
I mean, like, what are they going to do? Add more characters out of the 170 bajillion that's already
Smash
in the
Brothers
game?
has already turned into a gacha game with so many characters.
Yes. I mean, they can't do anything else with it. It's gotten so big that, like, the only way they can make money on Smash is re-releasing old versions of the game.
You know what they'd probably do?
What's that?
You remember back in the day on Brawl? I think it was Brawl or Melee. I don't remember. But you could bring... You remember memory cards, right? You could bring your little CPU fighter to somebody's house. I bet you that's what if they ever did an online version, that's what you do. You'd train up your fighter, and they would fight people in an arena.
You could do that right now.
Where? Online? On cell phones?
Oh, never mind.
That's what I'm saying. I know you can do that in the game. Like, I don't know why that is there.
With amiibos.
Who uses that, really? You know? Like, I'm going to bring over my Lil Mac and fight you, Rowdy.
Hey, look. When I was amiibo hunting, Little Mac was a hard one to get, all right?
I know. I've searched far and wide for a Little Mac. I don't even know if I got one.
I had to get the Japanese version. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much they could do with Smash. What Masahiro Sakurai needs to do is make another Kirby game.
There is another Kirby game.
Oh, that's right.
And it looks cool. I'm a little worried, though, but it looks cool.
Super Kirby Odyssey?
That's like the only... Honestly, that's really like the only game I'm kind of excited about coming out to Nintendo right now. Because I want a 3D Metroid. I'd be cool if they did another Mario. I don't see one happening. Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out sometime in the future.
Yeah.
In the future. But, yeah, new Kirby.
It looks awesome.
It looks awesome. It does.
After you reminded me of it, yeah. I remember
Kirby.
it now. So Masahiro Sakurai's not involved with Kirby, so I don't know, man. That dude's going to... If he ever talks about trying to leave Nintendo, like... They'll probably give him like 51% share of the company just to let him stay.
All right, Rowdy, did you bring your snowshoes, lava jacket, and vampire bat helmet? We have to go up this mountain.
What?
It's a little rough. All right. Okay, so let's go up to Lamestrodamus. Oh, great and wise Lamestrodamus, we bring you tithings of exactly one GameStop stock and a bucket of controller wires blessed by former employees of Rare that worked on Donkey Kong 64. With these things, please tell us the answer to the question. Whoa. Will Smash Brothers ever have a sequel?
Only if Nintendo's money printer stops working.
Well, let me check. I think it is. Yeah, it's still working. They have a Switch.
I mean, it's always going to work.
So I think we have the answer.
Maybe.
Okay, guys. Well, sorry about that. He didn't really answer us exactly, but prophets are weird like that. They kind of,
I think he's just some dude with like a magic 8-ball.
I mean, could be.
Because we are kind of just talking into some tin cans connected to a string.
Yeah, that mountain was really tough to get. Anyway, curse you and your riddles, Lamestrodamus. You keep your secrets this time. Squirrely Lamestrodamus. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this segment. We're going to come back after the break because we have to go back down this mountain and fight the thing which must not be spoken of. I forgot to tell you about that part.
What is it?
Don't speak about it. We just fight. All right, guys. See you after the break. We're going to talk about games we've been playing.
All right, so now it's everybody's favorite section where we talk about the games we play and I say if it's a turd or not.
Yeah. Hey, Rowdy.
What's happening?
Far Cry 6.
Dude, it's awesome. So,
not.
I am going to preface this by saying that, like, I didn't get heavy into Far Cry until Far Cry 5.
Yeah, same here.
I have played all the Far Cries except Primal. I just really didn't get really interested in them until 5. Like, I've played 3, I've played 2. 4 was probably the one I played the most before, but there were always other games to play, and anytime I did play them was in downtime when I was waiting for another game to come out. But needless to say, Far Cry 5 I thought was absolutely amazing. The ending of it was great. It blew me away, man. The game is awesome. Well, Far Cry 6, had to try it out, you know. So it takes place in a fictional Cuba. It's called Yara. And it's funny because there's a lot of Spanish in this game, but it's a lot of like curse words and things like that, like words that I already knew living in Texas.
Because that's what you look up first whenever you're in middle school, though.
Pretty much already knew.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's out there, man. It's got something for everybody. And there's this cool mechanic in this one. I've heard everybody else describe it as boring, but I think it's cool. I would describe it as like almost like D&D type mechanics.
Okay, what is that?
So you would take, they call it the Bandito missions. Mm-hmm. And so you unlock these Banditos and you go to the Bandito board and they'll have these missions. It's a bulletin board, basically. Yeah. And on the mission, it'll have like what type of Bandito would be best suited for said mission. There's 8 different Banditos, and they all specialize in something. Like one's like a smooth talker, so he can bribe people very easily, and one's good at sabotage, so they can sabotage stuff. But it's all text-based. So like it'll pop up, and it'll say, it'll talk about what's going on, then you have 3 choices. And then there will be a percentage of which choice would pass, and then you have what you can get buffs or items by taking these paths. And if you say I picked the character who is best as a sniper, and the sniper perk is one of them, it's pretty much 100% pass for that spot. And it's anywhere from about 3 to 5 choices. And then when you get done, you get money or gunpowder or stuff to mess with your weapons. And it's a little thing that was added in that I thought was really cool that I used a lot to upgrade my weapons.
I have not gotten there yet.
It's pretty cool, man.
I just got off Noob Island, though.
Yeah.
I'm not very far into the game.
There's a bunch of different ways you can go at that point.
You want to hear why I like the game?
Why's that?
Because I have an alligator that I can make wear a sweater, and his name is Guapo. And he's cute.
Dude.
He bites things, he rolls around. He looks like my dog Short Stack. But not... Short Stack's not an alligator. We live in a place where you could have an alligator as a pet, probably, so I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, Guapo's awesome. And then but you need to get Chorizo.
I know. I have not found. Well, I saw him. I saw Chorizo. I went and talked to the dude that owns Chorizo.
Yeah,
but I haven't started the mission because I need to play more Far Cry.
It's a really good game.
I need Rowdy to get this on the Xbox so we can play co-op.
Absolutely not.
I know, because he has a PlayStation.
I beat this whole game. I did almost every mission in the game.
Okay, Rowdy and I are not playing this together.
I've even started the DLC for it.
Is it split screen?
Oh,
I bet it's not split screen.
I bet it's not, but we could try.
Well, I mean, I have the other Xbox, so
yeah.
I still might drag you into multiplayer one day.
Dude,
over here.
It's such a good game. I would highly suggest it for anybody that is a fan of Far Cry. Honestly, it's probably not as good as other Far Cries, but I still had so much fun with it. I've probably been playing it for the past 2 months.
It is very dense. Like there's a lot of people here in the game. I feel like you could. I can't really say you can hide better than in 5, because 5 was so spread out. But yeah, it's anytime you go into a populated area, like somebody's going to try to shoot you.
This takes away a lot of the RPG aspects of 5, because because 5 had a lot of weird RPG aspects where they tried to make it like how Call of Duty does, like a perk system and stuff like that as you level up.
Yeah, I do kind of like the clothing gives you your perks in this game.
Yes,
and it, like I was complaining about way at the beginning of this podcast, whenever you change clothing, you can see it on the game. So I look ridiculous whenever I'm playing.
You could also use transmography in this game.
Whatever.
Where you
can, I know, you look like something else.
Yes.
I don't mess with that voodoo magic.
Don't
Except
you
for
put that
Diablo 3, which I've been playing. Dang it, I got to talk about that in a minute.
So let's skip over this next one.
But yeah, Far Cry, good.
It's good.
All right,
it's not a turd.
Yes.
Metroid Dread. I kind of got distracted while playing the game.
And the monster ate you? Wait.
It's very scary. Like,
is it stress inducing?
Yes.
Oh, dang. See, that's what I didn't want to hear.
It is stressing so you know where the Emmys, or you know the sections that the Emmys are in. It shows on your map. I forget what it stands for, but they bad. They're the robots that can like one hit kill you.
Okay.
And it is very hard to get if they catch you, it's a one hit kill, but there is a very small window that you could try to do a quick time event to get out of it. I've never done it. I've died a lot.
I hate quick time events.
And I probably need to start this game over with because it's been a while since I played it. It will be the second time I've restarted it because I've got distracted twice.
So here's the thing with my problem with Metroidvanias. Okay, I mean, it's Metroid.
Or just Metroids.
Metroid, yeah. I don't mind them, but I like going at my own pace. I don't like being chased.
I mean, you can go at your own pace until you end up in one of these spots.
Exactly. And I hate QuickTime events. So it's one of those games like I really, really like the Metroid Prime series. And I'm never going to see it again.
You will.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
Rowdy, I'm being depressed.
So the verdict is out on Metroid Dread right now.
Okay.
I don't think you would like it.
Probably not.
I'll show it to you after this is over.
I've had lots of people tell me, you need to buy it because it's the only thing on Switch and we want to talk Switch games. I'm just like, no.
I brought my Switch. I'll show it to you.
All right, he's going to show me later. All right. Okay. Hey.
You know what? Yeah, let's go back to that one I just skipped over. I wanted to save that for the end of mine.
Okay.
So, Animal Crossing. We talked
a bit about it. You're back?
The 2.0 update. It's awesome.
I heard there's a coffee shop.
It's coffee. Brewster's a
coffee.
Friggin' coffee snob.
I like coffee snobbery.
He serves you the coffee, and he was like, this coffee is best served at 176.34 degrees.
That's a terrible set of degrees for coffee.
That was random.
I was about to say.
Something random.
180 makes some sense, but honestly, it depends on what you want to talk coffee snob stuff? We'll talk some coffee snob stuff.
And you can get gyroids now. You can fly to
gyroids are back.
Gyroids are back. And you can get you can go to Harv's Island now, and he has kind of like this little co-op that he runs. So like you know how you never run into Kicks or you never run into the art dealer or the sloth? They're all on his island every day.
Oh, they made a commune.
Yep. They all have little caravans on his island. So one thing I've noticed so far is I don't know if it's a glitch that they're working on, but like the first couple of days I was playing it, everybody's stock replenished every day that I went there.
Ooh.
But over the past like week and a half, they've had the same stock every day that I went to the island. So I don't know if that's a glitch or if there's a certain day that they change stock now. I don't know. But also, Tortimer's there. The old turtle mare.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I run into him on my island, he's wearing an acorn on his head and calls himself Cornimer and gives me acorns.
I thought you were about to tell me he was a dictator there or something. Everyone just gets borscht now.
But then, like the who else is there? The camel.
Oh yeah, Sahara
that sells the wallpaper and the floors. The wives are yelling at us right now about
they know Sahara all the names.
Katrina, the fortune teller, is there. There's like a good bit of people like on his little commune. Kappa is also back, or Cap'n is also back. You can get on his boat and he sings his little sea shanties again and brings you to an island where you can get a gyroid every day.
My wife is smiling so much right now.
I'll show you all that one too.
Oh, snap.
Pascal, he shows up just any time that you're swimming around and you pick up a scallop. Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time you get a scallop when you're swimming around, he shows up and then like he's all like, "Say, man.
Hey, man.
Can I have that scallop?
Hey, it looks pretty tasty."
And then you give him the scallop, and he always says something like, "Hey, let me lay this on you." And then he lays like some shower thoughts on you.
Shower thoughts.
r/shower thoughts.
Yeah.
No, you know what shower thoughts are?
Yeah, I know what shower thoughts are. Okay. Yeah. Sounded like this otter was hitting on you.
But yeah, no, he's there. What else? Yeah, so you got Brewster who brews his coffee in the museum. What else? Oh, like you can now put stuff on your ceiling.
And none of this is part of that wacky DLC island archipelago where,
none of that is.
Good.
There's a lot of new items in the game. Like on my island, I now have a couple bulldozers and an excavator. And tomorrow, my dormant volcano comes in.
All right.
That is an actual sentence that just happened. My dormant volcano comes in the mail
Hopefully it doesn't
tomorrow.
go all Krakatoa on you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's definitely something to at least
Pompeii.
I was about to say Pompeii.
Oh, that'd be messed up. You can make a Pompeii Island on the game now. Ooh. That'd be weird.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Probably not a good idea. Yeah, don't do that, guys. It will explode.
But yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it. I play it every day since the since it's come out, the updates come out, and I work like 6 to 13 days in a row, and I still play it every day.
All right, well, let's talk about these last couple of games. I kind of want to hear the Lamer Wives' thoughts on It Takes Two and their time with it before we end the show.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about my games real quick, then we got to pull y'all over here to give us your thoughts, and then we'll talk about our thoughts. Been thinking thoughts.
Thinking thoughts.
Anyway, my thoughts on Forza Horizon 5. It's a good game. Like,
It's good.
It's so pretty. And it's actually a good racing game. So I like racing games that are a mixture of Burnout, VW Beetle Racing, which is just wackiness, right? Burnout is danger and stupidity.
Yeah.
And then a bit of Cruising, USA, right? And this is a nice little mixture of a lot of those things, surprisingly. It's not real heavy on the simulation aspects of it.
Yeah, that was always my thing about the regular Forza. Forza Motorsports.
Right, right.
I'm not really into those. Like it's way too into the simulation. Like where you can you could change the tire pressure of your tires in that game for better traction.
I barely want to put pressure in my tires as it is.
Exactly. Whereas Forza Horizon is more of the open world aspect.
Yes.
I had so much fun in 4. Like, I really want to play 5.
Have you played Forza 5 yet?
No, because I'm waiting for my Series X.
I was about to say, man, you might need to try it here, but you get an Xbox Series X soon. The beginning of 5 is stupid. It is so fun.
Oh, is that the one where you get dropped out of the back of the airplane? And,
yes, and there's volcanoes, and it's a mess. Now, there are parts of this game that are really fun, though, that there are different games in the online play, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to get it through, yes, the racing is good. Okay, racing, good in this game. Off-road versus on-road, really good. They're very different depending on the cars you get. There's a ton of cars in this game. And there are cars that you're never going to drive, but you can get, like a Willis Jeep or, dirt bike, or not dirt bikes. You can get a four-wheeler and stuff like that. But anyway, there are online games that are ridiculous. I don't remember them being on 4 because I didn't play Horizon 4 much, but there is like a zombie game. There are different arena-style games. There's Capture the Flag. There's a lot. Do
you run over zombies?
So what it is, you have cars that are infected.
Gotcha.
And so they're trying to infect the other cars who then try to infect the leftovers. And whoever's the last one, or the further you get, the more points you get. So
basically,
it brings you through
Plague Inc. with cars.
Yeah. So it brings you through things. That's really fun. And then there was a Capture the Flag, but it was like in a hurricane. Nice. And having driven in a hurricane, they do a fantastic job of making it feel like a hurricane.
I wish I could say that weren't true, but
right?
I've done it quite a few times.
Yeah, I might have accidentally done a 180 on I-10 during a hurricane in a Camaro Z28, but that didn't happen in Forza. Anyway, so there are a lot of other fun things. There's online play that's really good, and I've played convoys with people joining in, and you can either play co-op to where you're racing against the computers, trying to just, shake and bake, get them all out of there, and you can play like you're,
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
So you can play like that, or you can play everybody against everybody, and it's just a mess, right? But the game is fantastic. It is definitely a game, if you have an Xbox, you don't even need to listen to me. Just go play it right now. I don't even really like racing games that much, and I'm having a blast with this one.
I like Mario Kart, and that's about it.
And see, that's another thing too, is like there are games you can play with other people in there that are kind of like that sort of arcadey aspect that is not in 4 that I know of, but I didn't play it as much.
No blue shells.
There are no blue shells. I was very disappointed. All right, next up, I'm just going to tell you, Rowdy, I've been playing Diablo 3 again.
I mean, who saw that coming?
Season 24, you get ethereal weapons.
Everybody saw that coming.
Yeah, I mean, it's Diablo. It's fantastic. I shoot lightning from the sky. And then I hit things with my shotgun fist because I'm a crusader of doom.
That's it.
That's it.
Shotgun fist.
It's so good. I know everybody hates Activision Blizzard, and rightfully so, because they're garbage. But don't play Diablo 2. Go back and play Diablo 3. It's still more fun than Diablo 2 is right now, because Diablo 2 servers have been garbage. I didn't buy the game because I keep hearing people complaining about it.
Yeah, all their remasters are just bunk every time, man. Just everything they do, bunk for a remaster.
If you haven't played it, go play the solo and then stop. That's it. That's it. And you're going to be disappointed if you played Diablo 3, because Diablo 3 is still doing new seasons, because Diablo 4 is never going to come out.
No, don't you guys have phones?
And if it is, it's going to be a shell of its former self. Yeah. Yeah, I think Square Enix needs to learn from that, but no. Anyway, and then I played some Ark.
Freaking love Ark.
I tried making a dodo army. They got eaten by a raptor.
Yeah, that tends to happen, man. I'm terrible at Ark, but I love it.
Yeah, I'm not good at Ark. Now, we had started playing Ark after playing Conan, which we still have like the server of Conan, but I mean, once you get to a point of Conan where you just kind of own everybody in the game, you just kind of, it's like every other game, you just kind of moving on. So we played Ark. The problem with Ark is, one, I've heard people say this. I played this game for 3,000 hours, and it's a terrible game. I keep seeing that in reviews.
Yeah.
Because as a game, it is janky.
Yeah.
If you like sandbox games and you're good at making your own objectives, and you want to raise a dodo army and smash the faces off of reptiles.
Reptars?
Yes,
There's
off of
got
reptar.
There's got to be a freaking mod
Raptors. That's what I was trying to say.
Into Reptar from Rugrats.
That would be amazing. But I think that's another thing too, though. The Xbox version doesn't have access to mods.
So let me tell you, the way that I like to play that game, since I am absolutely terrible at games like that, you've got to start your own server.
We do,
and then you do your own settings, like when it comes to whatchamacallit, the supplies.
Yeah.
Like when you go punch a tree, instead of getting 1 wood, make it like 5 wood.
So we did all of that, but I think it was just, that game is so think of Conan, right? Mm-hmm. If you make a little area to yourself, there's not going to be a random monster show up and eat you in the middle of the night. There's
certain areas of Ark that won't happen, but
not at the beginning.
At the beginning, you got to watch out for those dang birds.
I think that was the problem. It was just too steep of a hill to start at the beginning.
That's why I always set it to like ridiculously like strong and everything like that right off the bat, just because it's impossible for me to play that game on regular settings. Yeah. And then you could change them later, but like at first, like it's so hard to build a base. It's so hard to get anything done without getting destroyed by, a dodo.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to come back to it, but I think it's got to be one of those games I play in the summer whenever I have expendable time for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I amass the Dodo army, and we come back, and we destroy all the raptors.
Okay.
Reptars.
The Reptars.
The Reptars. All right. So at this point, while I go find a Dodo army to amass, I think it's time to talk about It Takes Two. Now, I think we need to borrow y'all because we had actually... Did you try playing this game?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I was not smart.
There is no way that I would try and play this game with my wife.
I tried playing this game with my wife. Robin, do you want to tell us how it went? Because would good, great, fantastic, amazing, just the best time of your life that you've ever had playing a video game be acceptable? Speak to the microphone, please.
That's sarcasm, right?
It was so great. It helped our marriage.
No, not at all. I love you very much, and I rarely get angry at you. But this video game, I was cussing at you a lot.
Yeah,
a whole lot.
Bad.
I'm like, why? Why do we have to continue playing? Really?
So I guess April, do you have thoughts? Like you're just smarter than me, and Rowdy. Well, Rowdy's smarter than me.
Well, I knew that that game wasn't for us. That would be instant divorce, if because we played that Switch game. What was it? You're like these little shapes.
Snipper clips.
Snipper clips.
We played Snipper clips,
and we almost were almost writing up papers for divorce.
Snipper clips was better.
Okay, so maybe that was
I
we had
hated you
false.
less.
Oh, we had false hope.
Yeah.
No,
I already knew that it wasn't going to work for us.
This is how it went. You got It Takes Two, like you downloaded it.
Yeah.
And then you're like...
It was the demo, so I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah. But you were like, but I need someone to play it with. And then I was like, no, that's not going to be good. And then like a day later, we could play It Takes Two. Just a little bit. Travis, no. And then it's like... hey, we're not doing anything. We could just play It Takes Two for like 5 or 10 minutes. It's like, fine. I love you. We'll play it. It was a bad idea. It was a really bad. So I think Travis has mentioned before, I mean, I don't play a whole lot of video games, but when I do, I can't jump. It doesn't matter what video game it is. I cannot jump in video games.
This is true. She is afflicted.
It doesn't matter what.
I was about to say the same thing about April. Yeah, no jumping. Animal Crossing. I'm afraid to show her Stardew Valley.
Wait, Stardew Valley? You haven't played Stardew?
I've never played Stardew Valley.
I can actually play Stardew Valley.
Oh.
So I think you could do it. I love it. It's my favorite game ever.
Oh.
Like
I really play Animal Crossing right now.
Yeah, I thought Animal Crossing was my favorite.
Rowdy,
Stardew Valley is.
You may not see your wife for a while.
More like
after she starts this. Don't start it till Christmas break.
Yeah. Well, I have my own Switch, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah, I stole Travis's Switch when all of that.
Not even that though. You will disappear for days.
He took the Switch away from me at 21 hours straight. The first time.
Rowdy broke it.
So what did you think about watching us play It Takes Two?
I was glad we never even tried to play together.
So is that your thoughts?
I mean,
well,
I loved the puzzle games. I loved figuring it out and helping y'all, but like actually playing it with Rowdy, no.
No, as it went further, I realized that it just got worse on what I would not be able to play. Because as I'm watching Rowdy, like, you and Rowdy were dying in spots, I'm like, oh, I would have been dead forever, over and over and over. But it's really cute. I like watching it.
I want to apologize for all the microphone noise. I've been moving mine back and forth and just had to, like, put everything back together because I destroyed it.
But yes, it was very cute. Like, the squirrels, that was amazing.
The glassy-eyed squirrel with a machine gun.
Yes.
The little commando squirrel.
So I think it'd be safe to say if you have a significant other and you want them to remain significant to you, but like in a significantly good way and not a significantly bad way.
If you would like them to remain significant and not just other.
Yeah. Then find a friend
There we go.
to play with and they can watch.
So this game does have online, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which is why I'm starting, like, we started at co-op, which was really good. Like,
oh, yeah.
On the Series X, I'm surprised what that put out. Like, it was really cool looking. So
We may have to
We
finish
start
it
it
co-op in person
yeah.
instead of doing it online.
Yeah, I think
'Cause we started
to
it-
come over and play.
We started it co-op in person. The first time we've seen each other in over a year for
Yeah,
more
it's
than like 5
been
minutes at a
Yeah,
time.
I think last time I saw Rowdy, I was giving you the 1X to borrow.
Yeah, that was all of maybe 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But I love this game. What is it? I watched the Game Grumps play it. I've watched Neebs Gaming play it. And it just looked fun all the time. As a matter of fact, I pretty much haven't watched the later episodes that Game Grumps did of it. I just kind of put it on in the background while I was doing stuff at work. And just listening to them talk about it was pretty funny. And I knew it was going to be a good time playing it. Just because it's not the most difficult game in the world, but it's not the easiest,
Yeah.
especially the nail part.
Yeah, and I will say this too. The platforming is really good. It reminds me a lot of some of the stuff on Psychonauts 2, but I think we'll definitely revisit this in the future in a review.
Yes.
And yeah, we might have to get y'all's thoughts again in the review. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for giving us your thoughts. I think that's really about it. Because I kind of want to say, play It Takes Two, but be thoughtful in who you try to get in here so they don't
Dude, I knew better.
don't take a pillow and smother you in your sleep.
I knew better because like April loves Animal Crossing, and I think the only games that we had really played before that were like Wii games. Like we played a lot of Boom Blocks.
See, I'm gonna lay some blame on girlfriend reviews.
Do what?
Girlfriend reviews. Have you ever seen their stuff?
Oh
on
no, they're
YouTube?
amazing.
Yeah, so they were like talking up this game
Oh yeah, dude.
and saying, "Oh yeah, it'll help. It helps you understand." No, this game is hard. No, they have no sense of reality.
Well, she got better at video games.
Exactly. And now they have reviews where she's actually playing the games, and it kind of lost a little bit of the fun.
I don't know, man. She did a review of BioShock.
That was a good one.
I was like, wow. And then I want to say she did Doom 2016.
oh
like
yeah.
herself? Yeah.
That game is easy.
And then, dude, their newest one was Resident Evil 4 VR, and it's pretty funny. You should
I
check
haven't
that one
seen
out.
that one. Yeah.
But
Anyway.
I knew better, man, just because like we played Boom Blocks on the Wii, and she destroyed me at Smash Bros on the Wii because she played as Pikachu and then went to the
Down B,
very
down B.
bottom of the level and just hit down B over and over again, just lightning struck
That's what
everybody
my
and
wife did too.
freaking won. So yeah.
All right. They're now like conspiring against us. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, before they start making a giant conspiracy against us and smothering us in our sleep because we made them play games, let's end the show.
Yeah.
And you got anything else for the day?
No, that's going to be it, man.
All right, guys. We'll be back at some point, hopefully before the end of the year.
I'm going to be playing an Xbox Series X by then.
Yeah. All right, guys. We will see you later on. Y'all have a good day, and I guess see us on the next Lamer Gamers podcast. It's a terrible ending. I'm rusty.
Dark Souls.